So,
Viktor Nation.
you want to play Viktor, the Arcane Herald, in D&D? This is how I would do it. The previous Viktor guide was about the pre-rework version, may he rest in peace, old Viktor mains.
How are we feeling?
This, however, is a guide about the reworked and therefore arcane version of Viktor. He now has hardly anything to do with machinery, so this guide will be quite different from the previous Viktor guide. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
I am not the man I was, but who I wished to be.
After talking to people on the Viktor mains Discord, I got a tip. Old Viktor should have been Warforged instead of human, but this Viktor is definitely 100% human. We choose the variant human to boost 2 stats and get a free feature at level 1. We'll choose to increase intelligence and constitution and take Keen Mind as the feat so we can roleplay his incredible intelligence from level 1. You can of course choose any of the feats mentioned in the Feats chapter.
It is Hextech that holds the answers to your questions.
So, different to the other guide, Reworked, or Arcane Viktor, gets only 3 levels in Artificer, to reflect his early life as a tinkerer and scientist before messing with the Hex core. At level 1, Viktor learns to tinker with small objects and imbue them with arcane properties. You can make an object glow, store a small voice message in it, make visuals appear on it, etc. Stuff a new inventor would be able to make, which is perfect for the beginning of this build. Then at level 2, Viktor learns to infuse items with magic. This can be flavored as him starting to explore Hextech and starting to learn its properties. When infusing items, you give them special magical abilities like the Mind Sharpener or Prosthetic Limb. You start with 4 known infusions, and the ability to infuse 2 items. Now, at level 3, we can choose the Artificer specialization. For this build, we'll choose the Artillerist. When we pick this subclass, we get access to the Eldritch Cannon. This will probably be the Force Ballista, and we can summon it as a small or a tiny construct. The tiny one can be held, so we'll pick that one and just stick it on our back. Now it is our third arm, from which we can shoot lasers. After this, Viktor starts to get a bit obsessed with the Hex core. I was doubting to go either Warlock or Sorcerer, but after reading the subclasses through, we'll take our first level in Sorcerer, and with that, we also get our Sorceress Origins. This will be the Aberrant Mind. The entry to this subclass is as follows. An alien influence has wrapped its tendrils around your mind, giving you psionic power. You can now touch other minds with that power and alter the world around you by using it to control the magical energy of the multiverse. Will this power shine from you as a hopeful beacon to others, or will you be a source of terror to those who feel the stab of your mind and witness the strange manifestations of your might? This is literally exactly Arcane Viktor's lore. Oh, and we'll also flavor the laser arm cannon, as if it's fused to and part of our glorious body now. When picking this subclass, we also get access to telepathic speech that allows you and a different creature to talk to each other telepathically. Perfect for Viktor's glorious hive mind. A sorcerer also gets access to meta magic, and when we reach level 17, we will have a total of 4 meta magic options to change our spells and make them quite a bit more special. The meta magic I would pick for Viktor would be Quicken Spell for faster spellcasting, Twin Spell to use single target spells more efficiently, Distance Spell to make melee spells ranged and give his ranged spells even more distance, and lastly, Heightened Spell. If you really need your spell to succeed, you can choose this meta magic to give the target disadvantage on the saving throw. You can choose this in any order you like. At 6th level of our Sorcerer path, if you start to cast a spell from your Psionic Spells feature, and you use sorcery points to cast it, you don't need to use any somatic, verbal, or material components. Also at 6th level, you gain Psychic Defenses, which means you get resistance to psychic damage. Then eventually at level 14, you gain what I would consider this version of Viktor's signature move, Revelation in Flesh. When you gain this ability, you unleash and reveal the true you. You can spend 1 or more sorcery points to transform to your real form. The best one that we actually see happen in Arcane is this one. You gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed and can hover. As you fly, your skin glistens with mucus or shines with an otherworldly light.
Without the Hex core, death would have claimed me.
Viktor's background would probably be Sage, representing his studies in both Zaun and Piltover. This gives proficiency in Arcana and History, highlighting his great intellect and years of studying. For class proficiencies, we'll take Investigation and Sleight of Hand. An inventor needs a keen eye, and Investigation is very good for seeing things up close. Sleight of Hand is for even better precision when working on small machinery.
To live with flaws is to be subject to them.
With his build, with 3 levels in Artificer and 17 in Sorcerer, we get access to a total of 5 feats. One of them is Keen Mind, which we mentioned at the beginning of the video. The others I would choose are as follows.
The secrets of the arcane defy reality.
After watching Arcane, it's clear Viktor's psyche is terribly strong, and I wouldn't be surprised that he is able to lift things with his mind. You can flavor it as the runic calculation thing the third arm does, and lift up things this way, or just shove creatures out of the way. Also, getting the Mage Hand cantrip is extremely thematic, especially after seeing the legendary skin he got.
Unrealized to the end.
When choosing this feat, the damage type we take is lightning, because multiple of Viktor's abilities have something to do with lightning, or at least look like it. This ensures that his lightning themed spells bypass resistances and deal as much damage as possible.
Escape your imperfections.
The Tough feat helps to show Viktor's increased resilience after his glorious evolution. He doesn't really seem to respond to damage anymore after that happens.
Annihilation over reason.
A great feat for any spellcaster. With the advantage on concentration checks, Warcaster ensures you can use your spell slots and metamagic to the fullest. Additionally, when an enemy triggers an opportunity attack, you can use your reaction to quickly cast a spell at them.
The arcane is the answer.
A spellcaster can't cast spells without knowing any spells to cast, so these are the spells I would pick compared to his abilities in League of Legends.
Indomitable.
For this ability, I would pick projectile type spells, or things that give temporary hit points or extra AC. Spells like Firebolt, Magic Stone, Mind Spike, and Shield all work wonders. This can be done even better with a meta magic option Quicken Spell to cast a cantrip and spell in one turn, or even use Shocking Grasp with Distant Spell.
Suspend.
Web is a perfect spell to reflect the crowd control of this ability. I don't think there's any other spells that would be as perfect as Web is, although any crowd control spell would be great.
Remove emotion.
Disintegrate, Lightning Bolt, Wall of Fire, or Aghanazar's Scorcher are all amazing options. They're spells in a line that deal an insane amount of damage. Disintegrate is the least similar, but still does the job well. I think Wall of Fire is the perfect spell in this case, because of the line of damage that it leaves.
Behold the arcane.
Okay, so there's no doubt that Storm Sphere is the perfect reflection of this ability. You can cast a storm that has a diameter of 40 feet. Then, as a bonus action, you can shock a target within 60 feet of it. It's perfect. Some other Viktor-themed spells that have nothing to do with the in-game version, but more the lore version, are pretty much all the mental spells, like Mind Sliver, Mind Whip, Suggestion, Dominate Person, and Psychic Scream. Other spells like Mage Armor, Counterspell, Dispel Magic, and even Time Stop work well too.
I have no vanity to indulge.
First things first, Viktor's arcane focus is going to be the Hex Core. We choose a crystal to represent it. Additionally, Viktor lacks quite a bit of armor in-game, but he does wear a cloak. For the Mind Sharpener infusion, that's all we need, so we got that settled. Of course, also get the enhanced arcane focus infusion for extra chance to hit and also extra damage. Also a good one would be to replicate a magical item called the Dread Helm, which we can make appear like Viktor's scary glorious face, and since it makes its eyes glow red, it's perfect. A wand of magic detection is always useful as well, and I'm pretty sure Viktor would be definitely able to see arcane items around him. And yeah, there you have it. The new Viktor in Dungeons & Dragons. Let me know what you think of this guide, if there's anything you would change, or if I completely messed it up. Don't be afraid to leave constructive feedback, because I only learn from it, so it's very welcome. Who do you want to see next? Don't forget to press the like button and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you for watching.